I'm not going to let you guys forget. You crazy loonies, I'm not going to let y'all forget, because what Fauci did to those puppies was completely sick.
You did sign off on these so-called scientific experiments. And as a dog lover, I want to tell you this is disgusting.
How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on the platforms that you see above and below. Click the thumbs up button. That way my content can stay consistently recommended to you. And if and when you do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification that will bring up another tab to allow you to select all notifications. Last but not least, make sure you go check out that channel right there called Man, Husband, Father that I have started posting content on. So you might want to get over there and check it out. That way you won't be left behind when I do posts. Then I won't have to tell you go watch the first video or the second, third, fourth, fifth, in order for you to understand where we're at. So make sure you go over there and subscribe to the channel. The link is down in the description. So ladies and gentlemen, if y'all do not know and remember this story, Fauci was being completely interrogated like nobody's business about the Fauci hokey pokey clot shot demic and all that. But interestingly, we came across this story about how he was using, I think, some sort of like sand flies, and they were using those on puppies, y'all. Beagles. Cutest little dogs. Beagles. Had them laid to the side and their faces in there, and I guess the sand flies were just like eating their faces off. And it was sick. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, I always say it backwards, went in on him on that.
Mr. Garcia from California for 5 minutes. Oh, he left? I now recognize Ms. Green from Georgia for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Fauci, you were quoted on CBS Face the Nation saying it's easy to criticize, but they're really criticizing science because I represent science. Do you represent science, Mr. Fauci?
I am a scientist who uses the scientific method to gain information.
Yes, you said you represent science. Do you represent science, Mr. Fauci? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No, that's not a yes or no.
Yes, it's a yes or no.
I don't think it is.
Okay, well, we'll take that as you don't know what you represent. But this, as director of the NIH, you did sign off on these so-called scientific experiments. And as a dog lover, I want to tell you this is disgusting and evil, what you signed off on, and these experiments that happened to beagles paid for by the American taxpayer. And I want you to know Americans don't pay their taxes for animals to be tortured like this.
Well, yeah, you heard that, right? That was sick. That I'm sorry, folks. That is disgusting. That is sick. So, big news today that Marjorie Taylor also got a victory with, and she was greeted with a puppy of like species. The NIH closed the experimentation labs accused of brutally killing thousands of beagles for 40 plus years. Oh, y'all, that's crazy. And I'm a huge dog lover. That is absolutely sick and disgusting. I know folks in other countries, people do things with animals. I know that's their business. I know. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. You know, places that we visited before, the people ate dogs. Let's just keep it real. Couldn't stomach it, couldn't watch it, didn't want it. Nah, I get it. But also, folks, there are places where people have pet cows, pet chickens. I know, folks. I know. Trust me, I know. But anyway, look at this moment right here where they bring a dog in as she celebrates this victory.
Oh my goodness! Hello! What's his name?
Uno.
Hello!
Uno was rescued from this 21 when we exposed Fauci's Beagle test. Yeah. The Post ran a cover story saying it was a fake claim about Beagle research. Cover story in the Sunday paper saying we were liars. Then we got all the documents and the receipts through FOIA showing that Fauci absolutely funded the photo that you showed on the floor. When you showed it, the Post wanted to run a hit piece about you and us spreading fake news, disinformation.
Disinformation.
So they called me and they said, "Hey, why are you in
How
MTG?"
do you feel about that, Una?
Yeah. So they said, "Why are you and MTG still sharing this fake news about Fauci? It's been debunked." And I said, "Well, actually, we have the receipts through the Freedom of Information Act showing the Congresswoman is absolutely right." They wrote a fact check piece that fact checked their own reporting and said that Fauci and the NIH lied to them about it in 2021 and that we were absolutely right and that he did fund that lab. And I would say Fauci is probably more, as an individual, responsible for more animal testing than any single other individual in history.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I really support what you've done, and Dr. Fauci belongs in prison.
That's not funny. He does.
Dr. Fauci needs to go to jail. Yes. And all the other rotten people that did terrible things to you and all your family members. Oh my goodness!
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, right there. And the thing is, what's crazy about this, I'm gonna bring up another little tab I want you guys to see as well, is that, man, that is some.
We look at all
that is some utterly sick stuff right there, man. Check this one out right here too. I'm gonna bring this one to you guys' attention. All right, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Listen to this.
alternatives. You know, it's very easy, for instance, to cure Alzheimer's in mice, but those things don't translate to humans. So we've put forward a policy to replace animals in research with other technological advances, AI and other tools that actually translate better to human health. But then I'm getting, and we got rid of all the Beagle experiments on the NIH campus. But you know, it's sort of like people just don't trust the NIH anymore, and I can understand why. The NIH during the pandemic leaned into lockdowns, school closures, all these things, and so I think there's still a level of distrust that the American people have for the NIH that I'm hoping under President Trump we can reverse.
Has PETA reached out to you and told you you're the latest hero? Like, I mean, they must be ecstatic with you right now.
They did. I got flowers from PETA, you know, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Normally, I think NIH directors tend to get physical threats, but they sent me. We look at alternatives.
Yeah, so you heard that, and this is actually a really, really, really good thing, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing I do not like about it is the fact that nothing is going to happen to Fauci. I mean, y'all remember that? Y'all know that story I covered the other day with that woman who survived all that stuff with Epstein, and somehow she's no longer with us. I'm just saying nothing is going to happen to Fauci. But if, you know, Fauci decided to have the same thing happen to him that happened to her, I don't think he would be missed. Fauci is one of the most evil people that got away with probably one of the biggest crimes committed against all humans in existence, along with the evil spiritual entities that he and these prominent elite evil folks work with, called fallen angels, devils, Nephilim, whatever you want to call it. You can call it what you want. I don't care what names they go by, alien. They are literally fallen angel. They're Nephilim spirits. And that's who we worked with. And they pulled this thing off. And the fact that President Biden pardoned him, and he hasn't even been accused of anything yet. That's Fauci, not accused of anything yet, but yet Biden felt the need to pardon him. Absolutely ridiculous, folks. He sat there on the stand and lied to our faces, lied to Rand Paul, lied to all of us, lied about the masking, all of that, which leads me to believe that all of this was part of a plan, and he literally was not the mastermind behind it, but he definitely served as the puppet behind it. And another thing as well, look at the lasting, lingering effects of it, that if the Fauci hokey pokey thing happens to go around, guess what they tell you to do? Mask up, even though we know that Fauci made it up. Hospitals, medical facilities, you still follow this protocol? The CDC still has a protocol for you to wear a face diaper, although he said it was made up? Anyway, I'm not even about to get all into that, folks. The great news about this is that we don't have to worry about those cute little puppies being tortured anymore. 40 plus years. I didn't even know it was that long. That is crazy to me. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this by putting it in the comment section after this video. Do not forget to do what you see in this animation right here. That would greatly help my channel. And if you would like to see the next video that I'm going to do in order, it's going to be that one up there. Things I did as of yesterday were right here. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all.